Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining the broadcast today. My name is Sarah, and I'm coming to you from the Pediatric Hygienist page. And what I plan on doing today is going over some visuals of how much sugar is in our drinks that we're drinking and our children. So a little bit of background on me is I've been a dental hygienist for almost 11 years now. And the last 5 years, I have been working in a pediatric dental office in the Midwest. And during my time there, I've realized the importance of educating parents and kids about how much sugar we are consuming in our drinks. Also, candy and things like that. But drinks seem to be something that it's hard for us to visualize, how much sugar is in those because we can drink them so quickly, and before we know it, we don't realize how much sugar we've had in just a drink. And that doesn't include the candy, and all the other stuff that we have throughout the day. So what I have done is I really didn't know how much sugar we should be having or kids should be having. So what I did was I went online and I looked at the American Heart Association and how much sugar they recommend that children have on a daily basis of added sugar. And they said no more than 25 grams of sugar a day for children. So that's really not a lot. And so what I've done is I've taken a little container and I've measured out, I've used my scale here, fancy scale, and I've measured out how much is 25 grams. And I've put it into a little container and I've marked it. So all of the drinks that we'll be referencing today, I'll hold this up so we can kind of see this is no more than 25. This is 25 grams, and this is what the American Heart Association recommends that kids have no more than added sugars every day. Okay, so I went to the store earlier this morning and bought a bunch of drinks so we could do this. It's kind of like an experiment. I don't know. I'm a visual learner, and I feel like a lot of people are, and so I hope this can help. If this is beneficial to you and you think other parents would appreciate it or other kids, please share it on Facebook because it is going to be a public post. So hopefully we can get this information out there and help other people. So the drinks that I have purchased today that we'll be reviewing, it's going to be the apple juice. This is a 10-ounce apple juice. We're going to do my favorite. I love chocolate milk. So we're going to be reviewing this, and it's got 14 ounces. The next one is the Rockstar Energy Drink. Hopefully, no children are drinking this. Young children, I'm sure teenagers are. So we'll be reviewing that. And then Pepsi. Oh, wrong way. So I personally love the flavor of Pepsi, but man, there's a lot of sugar. So we'll be talking about that. And this is just a 20 ounce. Sunny Delight. This one's a pretty common one with kids. I know I drank it when I was little. And this one is a 16 ounce. So we'll be reviewing that. And then the last one is Gatorade. This one is a very popular one. It seems to be at our office. We talk to kids, teenagers that do sports and stuff, and they drink quite a bit of Gatorade. And this is a lemon lime flavor, and this is one of the bigger bottles. So we'll be talking about how much sugar is in this. So the first one we'll start off is going to be, let's start with apple juice. I do want to have a disclaimer before we get started. I have kids too. I have an 8-year-old and a 5-year-old. And we suffer, we are challenged with these same things that everybody else is. It's hard to have your kids go to school and, they're bombarded with snacks at school. You can't always control what the teachers are giving out, or other parents, if they're with their friends for the weekend or staying the night, even just the people that care for your kids, like family members. We can't always control those things. So I just want to make it clear that this video is not to make anybody feel bad or like they're doing a bad job, because before I knew how much sugar was in these, I was doing the same things with my kids, giving them things that I just wasn't aware. And I was a hygienist, but nobody had ever told me this. So I don't want you to feel bad. I want you to use it as an education tool, and just to try to make your kids make better choices, and as parents to try to make better choices. You're not going to be able to avoid getting away. You're not going to be able to say you can never have these things again. And that's not the message that I want to send out. I just want, you know, everybody to be making better choices and just being aware of how much sugar that they're drinking. Because, you know, as a hygienist, I'm a little bit more worried about what's going on with the teeth. But I mean, sugar for the body overall is just not good. So today we'll just be talking about sugar content in drinks related to the teeth. Another topic that some people will discuss is the pH level in drinks. We won't be talking about that today. Maybe that will be you know, another video at another time. But today we're just going to be talking about sugar content. So the first thing we're going to go over is the 100% apple juice. A lot of parents will say, you know, oh, it's organic, or you know, it has different labeling. But when it comes down to it, apple juice is apple juice, and it does have sugar in it. So for this 10-ounce bottle, which it's not very big, it has 33 grams of sugar. So let me go ahead and get that out. I've put these in little Ziploc bags, and I'll be converting it to another container. But this has approximately 8 teaspoons of sugar. So this is what it looks like in a bag. And I'm going to transfer it to a clear container. Okay. And one thing to keep in mind is it's not only the sugar content, but how frequently are we exposing our teeth to these? So if we're putting something other than water in like a sippy cup or making it available to our kids throughout the day, we're exposing their teeth multiple times a day to this sugar. So if you're going to have some of these drinks, one thing to keep in mind is just have it all at once, and then make sure you're sipping on water in between, and just try to you know, limit the frequency that your children are exposing these sugars to their teeth. Okay, so like I said, this is 33 grams of sugar. And here is the recommended 25 grams of added sugar daily, no more than this, no more, for kids. And then here's that 1 10-ounce bottle of apple juice. So as you can see, they have already exceeded the amount of sugar that's recommended by that one little 10-ounce bottle of apple juice. So I'm going to pour that back in there. Okay. So the next one we'll do will be the chocolate milk, the Nesquik chocolate milk. I thought it was kind of cool. Part of their labeling says, that little blue square says thoughtful portion, half bottle. But I don't know about you, but I can't drink a half bottle of chocolate milk because it's so good. And I don't know many kids that would, you know, have the willpower to only drink half a bottle. But I guess it's the thought that counts. Okay, so there are 2 servings in this container, and each serving has 22 grams of sugar, so that's going to be 44. Now it's about 10.5 teaspoons of sugar. So let's go ahead and measure that out. Chocolate milk. Here's our container. Let's pour it in there. 44. Oh, and some of it's already coming out. Sorry about that. Okay, here it is. 1 bottle of chocolate milk, and then the 25 grams recommended daily, all day. And then this is a 1 drink. So let's put that back in. And I chose chocolate milk because a lot of kids drink it. I know a lot of kids drink regular milk too. I didn't do the unflavored, but there's still going to be sugar in regular milk. Okay. The next one, let's do Sunny Delight. I think this one's a pretty common one too, based on the feedback that I get from parents. And I used to drink this when I was younger. So this one is, I think it's the 16 ounce, and there are 27 grams of sugar in this guy. So let's look at that. Sunny Delight, that is about 6.5 teaspoons of sugar. When I was doing some research, I found that approximately 1 teaspoon of granulated sugar is 4 grams. So approximately. Let's go ahead and put this in here. So this would be 6.5. teaspoons of sugar in the Sunny Delight. Here's that in this bottle. And then here's our recommended 25, no more than 25. So we're about at the limit just with that one drink. Okay, go ahead and pour that back in. Okay, we have 3 drinks left. The next one, let's do the Rockstar. Okay, this one is a 16-ounce can, and this is a servings per container, 2 servings per container. Each serving has 30 grams of sugar. So in this can, we have 60 grams of sugar. So that's a lot. Let's pour that into, we're going to need 2 containers for that. Rockstar, that's about 15 teaspoons of sugar. That's what this looks like in a Ziploc bag. Quite a bit. Okay, let's pour that into this container. Like I said, we're going to need 2. Here's this one. And then some of it fell out. If I had 3 hands, that would be awesome. It would be helpful. Okay. So we have filled up 1 and then half the other. And then here's our recommended 25. So that is crazy. Like, that's 60 grams of sugar in 1 can of Rockstar. And this is what we should, no more than 25. I can't believe that. Okay, lots of sugar in the Rockstar. Pour that back in. Okay, and we have 2 drinks left. We have Pepsi and Gatorade. Okay, so here's the Pepsi. We see, people walking around with this all the time. Kids, teenagers, everybody walks around with Pepsi. And this is, I like how they've changed the label. Some of them, like I have done before, like says servings per container, 2. So you have to do the math. But when you look at this container at Pepsi, it says serving size 1 bottle. And then you can look at the amount of carbohydrates. And it says total, or not carbohydrates, sugar grams, 69 grams of sugar in this. So I do like that it tells you don't have to calculate it. And hopefully that will prevent people from drinking the whole thing, but I don't think that it does. Okay, so this has 69 grams of sugar. That's a lot. That's about 17 teaspoons almost. Let's pour that in a container. We're going to need 2 of them for this. This one had a ton. So maybe, I don't know, I'm not trying to get controversial, but maybe one, alternative for Pepsi would be Pepsi Max. It has pretty good flavor. I've tasted it. It has other chemicals in it, but we're trying to make small changes over time. We're trying to, improve. We're striving for progress, not perfection. Nobody's going to be have a perfect diet. We're not going to be able to tell our kids you can never have soda again. I mean, they're kids. They're going to be around those things. You can't control everything that they do, but we want to teach them, give them the tools that they need to be able to make these decisions on their own as they get older, and just to have a good understanding of what they're putting into their body. So anyway, okay, here's the 69 grams of sugar. That one filled up pretty fast, and we have some left over. And then here's the other one. So that almost fills up 2 of these, the 1 bottle. So 2, and then back again. Here's what we should have daily, no more than 25. So that 1 bottle of Pepsi is crazy. And it's probably going to be similar with Dr. Pepper, maybe more with Mountain Dew. I don't know. Maybe I should have done Mountain Dew. But soda in general is going to have a lot of sugar in it. Okay, last drink is Gatorade. Like I said, I'm not going to talk about pH level on this video, but pH level, the amount of acid in the kind of acid in Gatorade plus the amount of sugar is like horrible combination for teeth. Some people will choose Gatorade thinking that it's better than soda, but it's really not. So just keep that in mind. There is an option G2, has no sugar, has the acid. Like I said, I'm not going to get into that. But anyway, Gatorade is not good for the teeth. So let's talk about this. This has 2.5 servings per container, and there are 21 grams of carbs per serving. That's about 52.5 grams of sugar in this. Oops, sorry, in this bottle. And that's about almost 13 teaspoons of sugar. So let's measure that real quick. Okay, 1. And 2. These little containers, I searched around the house for something that was clear and small, that was consistent, that I could use to show all the sugar. And these are just little popsicle maker containers that I had to tear apart. That's why the edges are all messed up. Anyway, here is the Gatorade. So that's a lot of sugar. Let's pour it back in the container. So I hope that this information has been useful to you guys as parents or just people that are drinking these things. Like I said, I don't want to come across as trying to tell you don't do this, but I just want you to be aware of some of the drinks that our kids are having, or maybe even ourselves, that we're having as parents, just in general for our health. Reach out to me if you have any questions, or if you want me to go over any other types of drinks. If you have something that you want to have more information on how much sugar, we can maybe do another video. But if you felt like this information was helpful, this is going to be a public video, so feel free and please do share it so we can help get the message across to other people about how much sugar we are drinking in our drinks. So anyway, thank you for watching, and we'll see you soon.